Oh yeah, exactly. That's all we can do, man. All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do this video uh, for August 11, 2024. Hey, sir, sir, sir. Here,
Oh,
sir.
thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Oh, what's up, baby?
Thank you, sir. You have a nice day. You too. All right. They had a very nice man from church today. They gave me $2 to get, going by whatever I want. I was working out with my weights right here, and I went and brought something real quick, which is very, very nice of them to do. But anyways, I'm not gonna lie, man. I got caught out by Mikey Hernandez's uncle, going back to the August 22nd, 2022 timeline, and I think this might be his house here. With that being said, from what I understand, his uncle created in the astral plane. Like I say, these wetbacks have, extensive occult knowledge on obscure shit, that most people haven't heard about. You've heard about heaven and hell, but never about the roach realm. But anyways, he used, I think it might have been in one timeline, Alex Nacimiento, who devoured a very, very powerful shaman was once showing me this, a guy by the name of Jeff Bellinger. He takes astral body parts, put them together like he did my parents. Like, for instance, I learned in the spirit plane, which is very similar to what I think they did to Baron Samedi. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with him in the spirit plane. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, especially going back to that August 22nd, 2022 timeline, where from what I was told, my parents got placed in a hyperbolic chamber and were being tortured to death over and over, by being, I forgot the word for it, but there was a word during quartered, during slavery that they would use. These motherfuckers are trying to take advantage of an entity attachment that goes back to when you're born and all of that, and trying to fucking remote control me. But anyways, with that being said, they were placed, my parents, going back to that August 22nd, 2022 timeline, were placed in the hyperbolic chamber and were being tortured and torn apart over and over and over. And from what I was told by some spirits last night, they were killed in that timeline, but you can always revive a spirit body. I do it with myself all the time. There's even a Hertz frequency to revive to revive a physical body. I forgot what it was. I think it's 116, 117, or 116, 1118, 118 hertz. But anyways, you can use 3517 hertz as well as 3571 hertz to revive a dead body. Here's my parents. Hernandez, he did something with my brother as well, Brian Williams, to torture him. And we've been trying to, rescue him and help him out. Again, you can use 694 hertz, 649 hertz, 925 hertz, and 637 hertz in my old neighborhood for discernment. With that being said, from what I'm learning, from what I'm understanding, I'm trying to get an accurate picture for what's going on. I had some dreams in the past about Baron Samedi. It could be his entity attachment or somebody else. It could be my own, wanting me as a sacrifice. And I was told that Dan Cienega entity, I believe Mikey Hernandez, supposedly from what I understand, he has an uncle in New York who used to call him a nigger because he was dark complexion, Mexican. His name is, I think, Dave or Paul Arredondo or something. I was trying to get the real name today, and I couldn't. And with that being said, from what I understand, he's put it on me. He's put it on other people as well. Mikey Hernandez himself. I'm going to show you him again. Dark magician. From what I was shown in the spirit plane, he would put curses and fuck up, black, all black druggies around here, black people who were just scouring for fucking cans and all of that. He didn't like him, he put something on them. So I'm gonna say this: I used to walk around topless back in the day. Now I'm walking around like this. Hey, how y'all doing, man? And with that being said, he wanted me off the PCH, so I preempted the wet bag and fucked him up. And now I'm all fucked up. But it's not because of him. But he fucked up a lot of people out here. I was told that one of the blue houses are actually in the astral plane. Let me show you again. Physical, I'm not really sure. He's going to try to change it again. Use 694 hertz, 649 hertz, 925 hertz, 637 hertz for discernment. With that being said, I'm trying to get the skinny as to what's going on. From what I understand, because I remember getting harassed by a bunch of wetbacks from my old neighborhood, America Mile. Again, I used to live on 637 Hauser Boulevard, apartment number 5, 90036 is the zip code. Here's my old area. With that being said, I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what's going on and get the names of these people because, you try, from what I understand, they put roach attachments fashioned as their higher to higher selves in me to basically call everything that they could get from my consciousness, because within your consciousness lives your entity attachments of your ancestors, your higher to higher selves, which they keep separating me from, God up there, the man or the woman up there. Because when, people call on God, the inner God that's within you is actually fashioned after an ancestor, a celebrity, whoever you're under. Usually if if you see like a person representing you, that's usually the sign of a curse. It should be within a cloud. But it should be an ancestor or somebody like that, for instance, I had Roman around me for a hot minute. With that being said, it will usually at birth take the form of your parents. Your parents will act as your connection to God. And usually they'll take the form of their past life selves, as I saw with my poor father. My poor father's higher to higher selves. Let me show you my dad again. Put in hell realms by this evil ass wicked shit. Now with that being said, these motherfuckers they got into my spine, every fucking thing, and was fucking up my consciousness really, really fucking bad. Last night. Really, really bad. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. They do something where they put shit in your consciousness that's designed to compromise it. Roach attachments. And from what I was told by the higher to higher selves, my poor dad's higher self was actually urging me to do a video similar to this. It started in my old neighborhood, and it pertains to like a Bob and an Ann, the viral. I keep getting told two wetbacks, and I remember they were putting labels like Shivas or some shit, Chivas on me. Or their name could be Cuevas. I keep thinking it's this, particular place back in my old neighborhood. It's this, Botanica, but I'm not 100% certain. I keep, hearing that it's not. And my sources tend to be, they don't lie to me. They tell me the truth. I keep wondering if it's this, but I'm not sure. Hot as a motherfucker. I went to an athletic store yesterday and splurged. Like I said, I've been working out. Got myself a 25-pound dumbbell. I should have got myself a 15-pound dumbbell just to start off small because I'm not the woman I used to be. And, you got these idiot motherfuckers that when I used to wear, because I was, I had no other clothes. I was given this when I got out of jail, the real tight, pants and all of that, because I had nothing else. You get these idiots that they look at the eyes, they assume you're a drug addict, which I'm not. I don't do drugs and I cannot drink. They assume you're a drug addict and they come to where I'm at, a homeless shelter, and they automatically assume that you should be a hooker. And so, I scared one of them today almost with okay. But with that being said, I was like working out and I'm like, fuck out of here, man. Do I? Come on, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. That's what. But I'm just joking. But anyways, with that being said, going back to what I was saying before, like I used to joke in the past, I'm trying to get the skinny as to who put it on me. I keep hearing Miracle Mile. And from what I was told, it's a bunch of crackers back there. I got a Naismith. Like I said, I got a bunch of names before in the past, but unfortunately, I didn't save them. A Naismith. There was I don't know how true that is. I got a bunch of them. I was told, I don't know, it's a living person. I don't know how true that is. I was told one of the people that wanted me as a sacrifice was Adam Sandler. Here. Entity attachments of Madonna attacking me, and I was told after I got taken out of my body in that August 22nd, 2022 timeline by Alex Nascimento, for what I understand, saying himself. I don't know, it's because I wrote the soul contract with him where I would die at the age of 50. I'm like, nah, man. While I was in jail, because I was told that motherfucker wanted me as sacrifice. I don't know how true that is. I don't even know if I can believe it. I was told that she brought me from from what I understand, it's 2 wet bags. And in that timeline, it's supposed to be big into real estate. By the name of, I'm not really sure as to what their name is, but I know they brought me from her. And again, none of this I consented to. It's not like I ever signed a soul contract. From what I understand, I remember seeing it in the astral plane as well. These people setting up a soul contract to steal my body. It's supposed to be a girl from Destrehan, Louisiana. I think her name is Ashley Abel or something, or Veronica Terrell, or De La Rosa, some shit like that, or Veronica Gilgy. I kept getting like an Ashley Hampstead or Ashley Abel who took over my body. And at first it was just her consciousness and roach attachment by the name of Rosie, and then it became something more where they started, the God in that timeline of the 3rd dimension, I think 8th dimension as well, started shuffling me out. I'm not really sure as to what's going on. But I know I've been displaced. I've been told about that timeline. I've been shown it. Just like with what happened to Lady Morgana, Lena Morgana and Lady Gaga. She would see her face, Lady Gaga's face. I think her face superimposed on where the person should have been, like they were protecting the person who stole her blessings, and that's Lady Gaga. That's why she was having these nightmares. I know at one point they had my soul consciousness set with Zendaya Coleman, and her higher self, I think Jessica Ilhissa is her name, kept stealing my Hecate, my rightful succession to her. I've been doing inner work on myself, basically trying to get my shit back. It's a long fucking story. with that being said, from what I understand, her face was superimposed. You know, my Egyptian ancestors were telling me that on my soul consciousness, but I know for a fact that there's somebody in, you know, a bunch of timelines where I drunk on August 21st, August the 22nd, and got taken out of my body. The same person from Destrehan, Louisiana. That's what I saw, you know, when I wrote that book, Astral World, and, you know, and it's just like every successive day they try to remove me from my body or remove critical things that's critical to my existence, my identity. And I have to go through hell, like a whole shit ton of entity attachments and all that shit. You can play 17,000 hertz, 12,000 hertz to quell that, you know, especially when people put this shit on me. But anyways, going back to my old neighborhood, I kept seeing a white blonde bitch who was coming with, from what I understand, was supposed to be a future me, a skeleton. And I'll show you the articles. Coming wanting to steal my blessings. And, you know, she was the one, I think, that came in the astral plane with a skeleton and tried to get me, you know, with a past life Vietnamese ancestor to sign a soul contract. And I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. And I woke up with my third eye bleeding, which I can show you here. You know, I'm just going to say it right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but something, you know, now, you know, from what I understand, going back to what I want to talk about, from what I understand, you know, I moved to Malibu. You know, my shit was from Blessings and all that was first taken back in Miracle Mile. Because some Venus around there didn't like me walking around topless. And I got word of some of the people. Nico is one of them. And I didn't want to believe it because me and him were cool. Very cool guy, you know. Just, my time there was beautiful. I have no ill memories of that place, to be honest with you. It was like an awakening, and people, it's like around here, beautiful. I don't have a problem with it. But anyways, with that being said, I moved to Miracle. I moved to the beach, and you know, I keep getting, you know, different words, you know, on what's going on. You know, that there was a white bitch around there that, you know, and her husband that teach wetbacks about roach attachments or something, using roaches to get you. I thought it could have been these people for a minute. In paint. I keep hearing it's that woman in paint who is supposed to be a leader of a group of people that go around using roach attachments to steal your shit. But anyways, and I was told a couple of the people who took my blessings, like them girls at the artist loft here, I've been trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and get to the bottom of this, because stop this. I'm trying to get in the fucking, because from what I understand, she grew up in a family where they were wealthy, but the dad, who I was told is a Jew, looks like Paul Reiser here. I've been trying to figure out as to what's going on. And, ever since, they've been putting me, my family, in that timeline, as well as in other timelines, as well as ancestors, especially the ones with their insanity, in hell realms, so they could steal all of our shit. I remember at the onset of this curse, seeing like shit that represents it, like this right here. I saw like a heart earlier. She likes to draw hearts. From what I understand, she envies something like this. I accidentally was bleeding one day, and that's what popped up. L for loser, which is supposed to represent her perception of me. There's supposed to be some soul tie, from what I understand. I think her name is Ingrid. She was connected to a spirit guide or something by the name of Birdman. Ingrid Hybert or Hildebert or some shit like that, a German name. And we're supposed to share a common ancestor. Irma Grese here. Back in the day, I was told that they tried to approach some of them people that they went to work with them, and they say, nah, man, y'all use roach attachments, what y'all do to steal people's shit is crude. But to me, stealing anybody's shit in any fucking manner is off limits. I don't believe in fucking thieving. I don't approve of that. So with that being said, I'm being fucked with right now, bad, really, really bad. I kept seeing, like in timelines and all of that, a white bitch involved. So I'm not 100% certain as to what's going on. I'm wondering if it's connected to them. We're supposed to have a soul tie. It goes back to my past life as a, I believe I was Swedish in the past life, the one before the Vietnamese one, and moved to Oklahoma. We're supposed to share a soul tie. I chose to be born into a nice middle class black family because there's love there. And she chose, all that shit. And, I keep getting different shit. Like when I first saw her in the dream world, astrovisions and shit, she came in a nurse's outfit. My mom works as a home health nurse, so she works as a home health nurse. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on. She's supposed to work as a home health nurse. I was told an escort, and I was told that she was being pursued by the guy who's supposed to be half wetback, half cracker, something who little needle-faced motherfucker like this. I think they call him George Jefferson. Or Kyle or something is his last name. As being something more than a prostitute. I heard he called her, how can I turn a hoe into a housewife, and put roach attachments on her that fucked up her life and made her go with him. And so she has an envy of ugly motherfuckers like myself who really wouldn't be, who's not, stereotypically pretty and therefore wouldn't get sexually harassed. It's kind of like how me back in the day, I would get sexually harassed. And, thank goodness, I'm just going to say right now, I'm very comfortable with my features. And I'm happy I'm me. When a woman in our society is considered to be stereotypically or conventionally very attractive, you're considered ripe for rape and ripe for sexual assault. And that's another thing too, man. I feel like I bounced into a timeline where just political fucking incorrectness is just, I'm not a politically correct person by any means, but this, I'm seeing wars in England against I'm seeing wars in England against the Muslims. I'm seeing a lot of antipathy towards people who are like non-binary, gender fluid, like where my timeline, that shit was not only embraced, but like with the Olympics. In this timeline, the one with the transgenders is downplayed, but where I come from, that shit was upplayed like a motherfucker. And you had to accept it. It was kind of like, polite society. You got to be hush on disrespecting them people online, on social media, in public. And people had a laissez-faire attitude towards them everywhere, even in redneck states. There was no problem with transgender folks, or gay folks. And now where I'm at, I was looking at this series, Succession. And I'm going to say something right now. I've never heard of Succession. I think I may have seen it in passing, but it's supposed to be a very, very popular show, and I've never heard of it. More popular than The Wire. I was looking up details on The Wire, and I keep seeing shit switch. Like, one day it says it's popular, and then the next day it says it's, not popular. It's kind of like with Dave Navarro. I don't remember him singing for Jane's Addiction. I'll show you the articles and all of that. I'm not even in my right timeline. Something ain't right. And I keep having them fuck with my consciousness, my inner body, and all that shit to put me in bad timelines using their roach attachments and manipulating my child consciousness, my spirit guide, they've done killed off and shit. It's just. But I'm going to say this. I'm trying to figure out the names of these people and what's going on, because it's getting worse as I try to fight it. I keep hearing it's nothing but wetbacks. Then I hear it's a bunch of crackers in the original timeline, and, crackers in Malibu. And I'm just not really sure. or it's a bunch of people that went to some wetbacks out there in Malibu who are well versed with roach attachments and paid them to put this shit on me as well as other people. I really don't know what's going on. I just don't know. And, you know, right now they're disrupting me while I'm trying to do this video. You know, I get this bitch's higher self coming at me in an antagonistic manner. I know she had my soul consciousness at one time in the astral plane, and I was able to get it back. Now they're trying to intimidate me. You know, it's something where they fucking core out your inner body and externalize it. They're trying to intimidate me and they're not talking about it. But I'm just trying to get down to the crux of this curse and get these evil motherfuckers off. Because every time I try to get all of my shit back, they get pissed off about it. And they try to fuck me up. So I got to do something about that and get my shit back. You know, you can use 1715 hertz, 1714 hertz. You can use 925 hertz. Transmutation. And I'll say this as well for that, they keep putting my dad in them as well. Dan Arsenica entity. Let me show you how he looks. You can use 54, 32 hertz as well as 52. 49, I think, hertz. Plus 666 or 2160 hertz plus 432 hertz. Yeah, I'm getting fucked with bad. There's just something not right, and every time I start doing videos, you know, I get delayed, I get attacked spiritually, really, really bad by this shit. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and use my third eye as much as I can. I've been trying to work on getting myself rebuilt as much as I can to see exactly what's going to happen. I'm just going to say this, it's a lot. I don't know what's going on. You know, I was even told that Baron Samedi was a black dude who's supposed to be related to a friend by the name of Sidney Bartholomew here that took control of that entity attachment and was using that to fuck with me. All right, let me try as much as I can to use my third eye to see exactly what's going to happen. It's feeling like stink even though I fucking take a shower twice a day. We'll see what's going to happen. All right, I see you on an upswing, and I see you moving forward with something, with a plan. And I see you not playing around, you're not kidding around. You ain't on no joker shit. You're serious about doing something. So I see you coming across a standstill, you know, kind of like a two-road stand where you could take one road or the other. And the one that's going to be the hardest is actually going to bring you, you know, more rewards, you know, and the peace, help. All right, so tired it's not even funny. Woo! So with that being said, I see you trudging through, but seamlessly. But I see when you look beyond rose-colored glasses, there's a lot of work you got to do. And I see you rising above to the occasion and thriving and doing well. Don't let anybody ever overtake you. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and use my 30s cards, make it pretty brief, 1-800-94-Jenny. That is not even funny. So with that being said, right here, we got that. You know what the obstacle position? We got the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like there's an issue with health. I don't want to say discrepancy, but there's a disparity with health. So right here in the current position, present position, you got death. And I feel that you're on the precipice of reaching an ending, but you're nearing the conclusion, but it's kind of false. So anyways, for your future position, we got the Four of Wands, and I believe it's success and winning. And you're going to have a lot of help from, people who really love you and ancestors. Right here, we got the World. And with the World being in that position, that's in your subconscious. I feel that represents what you want. You want an ending. You want a conclusion. You want totality. So right here for your goals position, we've got Judgment. And I think that you're looking for a respectable, fair decision, outcome. So right here, for the advice card, we got the Magician. I believe that means taking actions in your own hands. Don't rely on anybody for help. Don't depend on anybody, to abet you, to aid you. Don't wait for somebody to pick you up. So right here, for the energy that's all around you, we got the Ten of Cups. We got happiness. We got wish fulfillment. And I feel that you're getting something. And it's something you long wanted. And nothing can stop. So right here, for the Fears and the Hopes card, we got the Moon. And I feel like there's forces that surround you that's aligned against you and that's maligning you and trying to block your progress. So for the outcome, we got the Queen of Cups. And I believe that the Queen of Cups in that position represents I feel like you're going up against somebody that's going to take a lot of your shit, but you're going to get your shit back eventually. Anyways, if you want a more personalized tarot reading, please contact me at ravenbytarot22@yahoo.com. Really fucking dead. What the fuck is going on? Is it just like a bunch of fucking jokers who use obscure black magician techniques to, like roach attachments, to attack people? You can use 7,000 hertz, 614 hertz, all the way up to 617 hertz to get rid of them. I don't like somebody fleecing off me like this and feeling entitled, and then, I was told in one timeline the motherfucker lost it when me and that parallel timeline, got all my shit back. So let me see what I can do to find out what's going on. It's like with this Mikey Hernandez. I get attacked in the middle of the fucking night. Every single fucking night, 3 a.m., 2 a.m., and all of that, 1 a.m. You know, you can use 694 hertz, 649 hertz. .322 hertz for discernment. And 925 hertz. I'm tired because I had so much of my shit taken. It's not even funny. I feel drained. So let me see what's going to happen today.